I go to people who passed their swim test the first time, and then I'll try to, get advice from them. And I put all those things together, and then I made a note. So the first thing I said was, channel. So today I'm just gonna be telling you guys what you need to pack for boot camp. And also, when I was like going through my things today, I found this diary I had in boot camp. I wrote a lot of like important things in it and some weird and funny things in it. So I'm gonna be reacting to the things I have in this diary, and I hope you guys enjoy this. I have like everything written in this little notebook here. So yeah. It's not a lot of things because you do not need a lot of things when you're shipping out. That was the mistake I made, and I hope you guys learn from this. It really affected me, especially when we graduated and we had to go to a school. Carrying all those things was just too much. So I realized I kept stressing on backpack, but I did not show you guys the bag I'm talking about. So this is the bag I sent to boot camp, but I sent an extra bag that had stuff I did not need. So the first thing you need is a backpack, and a backpack only. Like, you don't need a travel size bag, you don't need a carry-on, you don't need any other bag. Just get your backpack. Just get your backpack and you are good to go. And in your backpack you do need some toiletries. Like, when I say toiletries, you don't need to get 2 deodorants, you should just go to Walmart and get a travel size stuff, like the very little things that you can use for like 2 days, and that's just it. Because we had to get quarantined, so when we got there, they gave us this civilian box. It's just this box. It's a big box, not too big, but it was big for me because I'm a small person. So you have to dump all your civilian things in that box. And let me tell you guys this thing. The unfortunate part for me was I brought too much stuff that my box, like everybody had 1 box each. I was the only person that had 2 boxes. And I did not know that when you pack your stuff in the box, you have to carry your box, and then they will direct you to a different building where you go have to put the box, because we were getting quarantined. This was the worst part. I was already tired from the flight. I was just frustrated. Like, everything was just not going as planned in my head. I was the only one that got my box and got the second box stacked on top of it. So I was the only one carrying 2 boxes in a line, like walking to a different build. And that was just the just don't do the mistake I made, So just travel size, just get little things that you're gonna use for 2 days, and that's just it. And also, you do need a novel. If not a novel, you need a book. I took this diary. I got it from Walmart, like $1.99. You'll be allowed to take a novel, because I had people who had novels. The wristwatch. You do really need a watch, because there are times in bootcamp that you're gonna lose track of time, and you need this watch. Trust me, too, especially for child time. You need this watch to know when child time is. Yeah. You can get this watch at Walmart. I think I got it at Walmart for like $50, but they have cheaper watches. When I was going, I struggled with what I was supposed to wear. Just get a t-shirt, and because you're gonna be flying, you're gonna be taking a plane, sometimes it does get cold. So you should get like a jacket, and then a pair of jeans or tights. I go like tights, yes, and then a shirt, and then just some comfy shoes. You don't need to get brand new shoes, just get some comfy shoes and your backpack, and you're good to go. Like, that's all you need. Like, that was what everybody brought, and I was the only one that got my backpack, got my carry-on. And also for the ladies, you do need makeup. I mean, if you don't wear makeup, you don't have to get makeup. I had a girl that got asthma into my division, and she was like, during her picture day, the day you go take your graduation pictures, during that time, people did extremely too much. Like, they came with eyelashes, came with blush, came with eyeshadows, different colors of lipstick, contact lenses, just for picture day. And that really pissed the RDCs off. So they told them to clean off all their makeup, and for their picture they not use any makeup, and that is just crazy. You don't really have to do that much. Just get a mascara, something to fill your eyebrows in, and you could get a little bit of concealer just to conceal if you have black spots and anything. Even you don't even have to do too much because they really do edit your photos. Yeah, so also if you're going with braids, or you're going with your natural hair, like you have long hair that you have to put in a bun, you should get hair ties. I just got this black, regular hair ties from Walmart. And even if you do not get hair ties, like if you forget to get hair ties, anytime your RDCs send you guys to the Navy exchange on Bootcamp, you can always get some from the store. So I got my own hair ties, and when I got that, I got extra hair ties because these hair ties are not really strong, they keep tearing. Yeah. And the final thing for females is the feminine product. For the swim part, if you know you are not really good at swimming and you know you always have to be going to the pool, you do need to get some tampons. You really do need to get some tampons. Get pads. And even when you get a boot camp, they're gonna give you extra, and get some at the Navy exchange. You could just tell your RDCs that you are running out of feminine products, and they're just gonna help you. Like in boot camp, the RDCs are gonna be like, strict because they want to lay that foundation. But when you get to stay with them for a while, you get to know that you're just like your parents in boot camp. So anything you need, any troubles you have, you should just feel free to talk to your RDCs. They are gonna help you out. So this book wasn't meant to be a diary. I just got it to keep my contact info in it before I go to boot camp because I didn't really have all these things in my hand. So we're just gonna go into it. So I don't know why I did this, but on the first page, I just wrote my name, the name of my ship, my division, my address, my rack number. I just did all those things. I don't know why I did it. And for the first page, it's just my contact info. Like if I want to write letters back home, my family information, like numbers and all that, I just have that in here. So I was finding it a little bit hard to, sometimes I will learn it and I know I have it in my head, and other times I'm like, who is an E1, and it just like disappears. Like I was learning under stress because I didn't have a lot of time to prepare before boot camp. So I just like put all these things here that when I get on the plane or when I go to boot camp and I have the time, I'm just gonna be reading through before I get asked by someone else. So I just wrote my rank and recognition here. All the warrant officers, their ranks, and yeah, you know what I mean, the officer ranks. And for this page, I wrote all the 11 general orders. So before that, at home, how I memorized the 11 general orders was I wrote it many times in different books, and I'll try to say, I'll let the people quiz me on it. And yeah, that was how I memorized it. So I knew this like word to word before I went to boot camp. But I just wrote it here just in case I forget. And also, this is the phonetic alphabet. You're gonna learn all those things in boot camp. And my chain of command. So I think somebody asked about the chain of command one time. So the chain of command, when you are home, you're not gonna get the accurate chain of command because you only know your chain of command when you get to boot camp, you get to your division, and that is when you're gonna know your chain of command. So I'm gonna advise you to know it in order. Like, okay, you don't really need to know it in order, but just know it so that when you get to boot camp and then you are given the chain of command, it's gonna be easier for you to memorize. Like, who is the president of the United States? Then you already know that from the president who comes next. So before holiday routine, the night before or the morning before, I'll just write a to-do list. So here, it's crazy, but here I said for the first one, fold all uniforms back into your rack. So yeah, I would just like try to, if we have an inspection the next week, like if today's holiday routine, we have an inspection, I try to, clean up my rack and make sure my things are in order so I don't get any unset. yeah, I have other to-do lists here for like the other Sundays that came while I was in boot camp. So like when I saw this in the book, I was like, did I really do this? But yeah, it actually helped me because I was finding it a little bit hard to pass the swim when it got to some point, because number one, I was afraid of heights. Like to jump from that tower, I don't know how y'all call it, but I call it the tower. To jump from that tower into the pool, it was just too much, because I couldn't just look into the water and then jump into it. That was something I couldn't do. So I would like go to people who passed their swim test the first time, and then I'll try to, you know, get advice from them. And I put all those things together, and then I made a note. So the first thing I said was go to the pool with a positive mindset. So anytime I go to the pool to, you know, take another test to try to pass, tell myself that I know that you are scared of heights, so how is this going to be possible? But ever since I wrote all these things down, when I get that, I tell myself that I can do it, and that was how I passed. So I set up my mind, I'm gonna like make an in-depth video of how I passed my swim, like not knowing how to swim at all. Yeah, I'm gonna make a video on that for you guys. So it's just all the instructions that they tell me, and I put it together, and then yeah, that was how I passed. And yeah, the day I passed my swim, like I finished everything, I just put it together. I finally passed the swim. I'm done with swimming for the rest of my life. That was crazy, but yeah, that was what I did. And I will usually just do the countdown of the days that we have left to grad. Like every single person was doing this, because who didn't want to graduate and leave boot camp? Like we all wanted to do that. So 5 more days, 4 more days, we did all that countdown. Crazy part for me, but it's actually funny. So you know, in boot camp you have like a limited time to make a phone call when you already see secured to the phone booth. So I didn't want to like forget to tell my parents something or my family something. So before I go, I write everything I want to say. Like, I don't know if y'all can see it, but yeah, I write everything I want to say down, so that when I get the time to make the phone call, I'll look at everything and then say and tell them, so that I don't miss anything. Because when I forget to tell them something, that is it. I'm not gonna have the opportunity to make a phone call. I think that is all for this diary. But if you guys do enjoy this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And wait, before the conclusion, I just want to tell you guys that bootcamp is easy to pass if you go with the right mindset, because I went there with a lot of people that were physically like, you could see that this person can make it, but they were not motivated at all. Like they didn't have a positive mindset. So that was how they weren't able to graduate. But let me tell you, it's very easy to graduate. You can do it. If I did it, if people that we all thought we're not gonna do it, then you can do it. So stay positive, and don't forget to, yeah, back to the conclusion, don't forget to like this video. Give me a thumbs up. It's the same thing, but yeah, you know what I mean. Subscribe to this channel.